Okay, hello. I'm going to share what I've done with my application here, and the subject I'm going to share right here is about local storage for arrays, and I'm using JSON as well to do this. Let me show you how it works. First, I have a form, simple form right here. I'm going to type my name and my country. This is for a student, for example. Okay, so I have saved this information, and as you can see here, the function is retrieving that information and creating a table on, on this part of the screen. And if I click refresh, as you can see, the information is still there because it's retrieving it from the local storage. And this is an array. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my code. As I said before, I have a simple form right here. Okay, this is the form. And when I ask for the name, last name, the country, and then I have the table. I have an ID for that one, and it's called student table. This is the header of the table, name, last name, and country. And the body is the table body. It's uh, blank because I'm going um, to have JavaScript there. Okay, so let's begin with my script right here. And as you can see, I have a window.onload function because I need to load this query selector when I refresh or when the window is loaded. Um, my query selector is the button Save Student, which I have it here on my form. Here it is. So when I click that button, it's going to um, well, it has an add event listener, which is click, and the function that calls is the save student function, which is right here. Another thing is it calls for the student table, which is right here, which I'm going to explain in a moment. Okay, so let's begin with function save student. I have name, last name, and country. This is what I'm going to store on the local storage. Um, Again, I'm using the query document.query selectors for my IDs in the form. I'm calling it by values, and after I have the information from the variable or the values in the variables, I have this. I call this function with parameters, which are these variables I have just entered some values. So the add students to storage is the function I'm calling, and also I am calling the student table to load it as well. The function student table is it's start with a variable list. This variable is another function that gets student list in case my I already have some values there, and this is how I'm going to load some information using the DOM. Um, so basically, this is going um, to load some rows on my table. Anytime I save and do new values, it's going to create a different route. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I create a for loops right here in order to create more. So this is what I have, and the way it does it is by the append child. to create a new route. Okay. Um, these are the values, the name, my last name, and the country. And as you can see, we start with 0, 1, and 2, which, all arrays start with zeros. And I have the variable student list, which starts in blank. And so here is the function for add a student into the local storage. Um, I create a function with 3 parameters: name, last name, and country. Student name, student last name, student country. Uh, this is the array I have created, new student, and these are the parameters or the values for the array. My values right here, which are the IDs from the HTML. And then I push that list into the new student variable. Okay. I also called another function, the function local storage student list, which is let me see, local storage student, yeah, which is right here. The function get student list is to retrieve the information I have stored. In order to do that, I have a variable stored list, and I call it by the local storage get item and local student list, which is my variable. I have a condition here: if the list is null, and then the student list is going to be in blank. Else, if it's not null, then I'm going to use JSON that parse student list. I'm using parse because when I retrieve information from the local storage, it comes as a string. So parse is going to do what it going to do is what it will do is it will change the string. It will convert it to a JavaScript object, and then return the student list. Now, in order to store the student list, when I create it, when I enter the values, the local storage set item, it's going to use the local student list, the variable, and this is the parameter right here. I'm going to use JSON stringify to create the student list. I'm using stringify because in order to be saved on local storage, it has to be a string. And this is what happens. A little explanation on my objects right here. Let me just show you again. So I enter information, Daniel Wells, for example, United States. I save them, and they are here. Okay. And if I refresh the page, that information still be there. Okay. So this is my the part of the application using local storage for arrays, using JSON to retrieve and to store information from a JavaScript object or thanks.